If you are thinking about getting into the modeling space, whether it's a potential career choice or you're just looking to do it for fun, there are some things that you need to understand about the modeling industry that could put you in dangerous situations. I have been in the modeling space since I was about 14, 15. I had a talent agent when I was that age, and I was also doing collabs at the time. I remember one photographer I did a collab with took me out to this secluded spot somewhere, and he proceeded to coerce me to take my top off. And I was really young at the time, so I didn't really understand how to say no. It's been known in the modeling space that there are photographers out there that will really try and push the boundaries, and they don't have the best intentions. I would search for Facebook groups in the area that you live in just to see what groups might be out there. There are photographers that are blacklisted that the group community knows about. So joining those groups are good. Understanding in advance what you may or may not do in certain situations can help keep you safe. If the photographer asks you to do something you're not comfortable with, what are you going to do? Are you going to say no? If they keep pushing you to do that thing that you already set your boundary, are you going to leave the photo shoot? Are you going to continue shooting? So those are things that are really important that you want to think about. I have heard of some models doing this, is to walk around set and just check to make sure there are no cameras actually filming you. I personally never felt that I had to do this on any of my shoots as an adult because I've screened the photographers very thoroughly. Their tip is to bring somebody with you, or at the very least, let people know where you're going to be. What you can do is do like location sharing on your cell phone with somebody you trust, or maybe a couple of people, just so they can see on their phone where you are. Telling people when you're expected to be back from the photo shoot is super important. Your photographer should not be flirting with you, trying to pick you up. I have never had any photographer that I've shot with do any like flirt with me or try and pick me up after, or try and like date me. That's not professional. No professional photographer will ever do that. So that's another red flag. The photographer generally should not be touching. It's very rare that I've had the photographer touch me. The rare times that it has happened, the photographer was very respectful and asked in advance. And it was just like to fix my article of clothing that was out of place for the photo. Generally, a good photographer should be able to guide you with their words on how they want you to position yourself without actually touching you. I have a worksheet I want to give to you just with some self-reflection questions on things that you should ask yourself. I will leave the link for that in the description below. And in my next video, I am going to talk more about what you need to do when you're looking for a photographer as a freelance model. And I will be going over some safety precautions of how to screen the photographer there. Feel free to also leave a comment down below if you have any questions, or there's anything you kind of want to add to this discussion. I just think it's super important to try to look out for each other in this space and really try and keep each other safe.